This must be that Pavlina that Merosh was looking for. Dead. I should go and tell him.
Pavlina! Where are you?
About Pavlina. I found her.
You did? Where? Why isn't she with you?
I'm sorry, but she's dead. They must have caught up with her when they were chasing you.
Oh, no, no, no. My Pavlina. I should never have left her like that. I thought she was right behind me. Jesus, what am I going to do?
You should flee, and save yourself at least.
I don't know what to do now. Where can I go?
Go to Tomberg and tell them everything. Sir Divish will send help, and then we'll come back and bury our loved ones. I promise.
All right. What about you?
I'll keep looking around for other survivors.
If I had half your courage, Pavlina might still be alive. Oh, God. Take this. Maybe you'll come across someone who needs it. God be with you.
Everywhere. I have to. Where is it?
Julian? Is it you? Don't be afraid. It's me, Teresa. Are you all right?
Everywhere. They're everywhere. Where is it? Where is it?
You're one of the woodcutters, aren't you?
Yes. Cutter. Where is it? Quick! They're everywhere!
Julian, you're not making any sense. Where's what? I don't understand you.
Cutter! Woodcutter! They're everywhere! I need it!
Oh my God. What happened here? Did anyone else survive?
They came. From everywhere. Where is it?
How did you survive? You were left here amongst all these bodies?
Everywhere.
Listen, if you stay here, they might come back and kill you. You wouldn't want that, would you?
No! Cutter! Where is it?
This is going nowhere. Listen to me, and listen well. A short while ago they killed my little brother, and before that, Pa and Stibor. I'm not going to let anyone else get killed if I can help it. So for Christ's sake, pull yourself together and get out of here, before I slap some sense into you.
I can't. They're everywhere. I can't go without it.
You asked for it, Julian. This is hopeless. How am I going to get through to you?
Everywhere. 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 Everywhere.
Julian, pull yourself together. Here's your axe. That's what you were looking for, right? Now you'll be safe.
Cutter. Yes. My cutter.
Good, Julian. And now, get to Tomberg. The others are already on the way there. Run like the devil and don't look back.
Talmberg. Yes.
Damn this fucking door! Fuck it! It won't budge.
Master Potter? What in the name of God are you doing here?
I'm trying to get into my goddamn house.
What for? You ought to flee like everyone else.
I've got coin hidden there. I'm not going to just walk off and leave it. Listen, maybe you could help me. I've heard you mill people know how to deal with these kind of things.
What are you implying? That I'm a thief?
Come now, don't play the innocent. We all know your father is no saint. You must have learned some secrets of the trade from him, no?
My father is dead.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry, lass. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Why can't you unlock the door? Don't you have the key?
Of course I do. That is, I did, but I lost it. I was bringing firewood from the woods. Just as I got to the footbridge, I saw that huge army. I dropped everything and ran home as fast as I could. I must have dropped that blasted key on the way.
How did you manage to survive?
I hid out on top of the haystack until morning. Those heathens were sniffing around, but something disturbed them and they ran to the village.
Where do you think you might have dropped the key?
I'm not sure. It must have been somewhere along the path from the woods, after I passed the footbridge. I was carrying firewood when the raid started. I dropped everything and ran. The key must have fallen on the way.
All right. I'll try and get that coin for you, but I can't promise anything. Where is it hidden?
This damn door is as solid as a rock. All right. Once you get inside, go to the pantry on the left. There's a sack of apples in there, and the purse is hidden right at the bottom of it. Get it and bring it to me. Meanwhile, I'll keep watch here.
Let's see what you can sniff out here. Seek. I'm back. Where do you think you might have dropped the key?
I'm not sure. It must have been somewhere along the path from the woods. After I passed the footbridge. I was carrying firewood when the raid started. I dropped everything and ran. The key must have fallen on the way.
I have to go. This could be the key the Potter lost. There really is a purse full of groschen here. And a pretty heavy one, too.
What do you think? Give me your money and those boots.
But I don't have any money on me.
We'll see about that.
What in God's name is going on here? What kind of man are you to rob poor souls who have already lost everything to those devils?
Shut up and keep your high and mighty preaching to yourself. Hand over the coin or I'll cut you down, both of you.
I'm telling you, I've already been robbed of everything. Tell him, Teresa. We've nothing left but our lives.
You won't even have that much if I find out you're lying to me.
There's two of us and only one of you, fella. Best turn around and be on your way.
I'm quaking in my boots. Poor little me against a strip of a girl and a mangy old granddad. No, no.
God almighty. With all the horror that's going on, he wouldn't have thought twice about killing us on account of money.
People can be swine. They see a corpse and come swooping down like carrion crows. You shouldn't feel bad about it. He got what he deserved.
Take the money. Take it and go to Tomberg. Warn them there and tell them to send help. I'll have a look around the village for survivors.
I'll do that. Take care of yourself, Teresa.
Tinker, no. Come here.
Fuck off! Go on, go on, go on, go! Fuck's sake. Rushing to find this fucking place.
Henry? Right, you whole sons. I've had just about enough of you. Hey, go fuckers!
That's, I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. You've been through it yourself. I know you understand.
There's something else I'd like to ask. Remember how we were sword fighting together? The next morning, Ma scolded me on account of that scratch on my hand.
Oh, dear. Sorry about that.
That's all water under the bridge now. I never told her it was you who did it. I just wish you could have covered my back too. She was angry that I was at sword training instead of working in the forge, and she said you told her.
Your Pa and Stibor were really stealing from the royal mines? Jesus.
I don't think even Fritz and Matthew would take that kind of chance. And there's not much that pair won't do for an easy groschen.
Yeah. In a way, I can understand that Pa did it for us, but it was really irresponsible. You won't tell anyone, will you?
I won't, I promise. So what happened to the silver?
Pa handed it over, as always, to that slimy fellow, and he took it away. What happened to it then, I don't know.
Your Pa really wanted to marry you off to Master Tobias?
Yes. Can you believe it?
And have you spoken to Master Fayfar since the raid?
I haven't. Either he's lost interest, or he's forgotten about me. Not that I'm complaining. Uncle Peshek would be happy to marry me off too, especially if there was something in it for him. I'm glad that's in the past.
Aye, I don't blame you. Bianca told me something about your little expedition to the woods. You really ran into a wolf. I thought Bianca must have been imagining things.
Not exactly. It was actually a wild dog, but Pa used to say those are even worse than wolves.
It's a good thing you were there with Bianca. Bianca told me something. She was flaunting that ring all day. I was worried for a while that she had some other suitor who gave it to her.
No. Unless you can count a magpie.
Going back to help the survivors. That was very brave of you. When I went back to Skalitz, I met no one but footpads and cutthroats. If you hadn't come along, I doubt I'd be here to tell the tale.
You know what our parish priest always used to say? Without Christian charity, we'd all soon be dead. I couldn't just leave you all to your fate, could I? Any good Christian would have done the same.
No, I'm not so sure. Not everyone has your courage. Did you go back to Skalitz again? To bury your Pa and your brothers?
Yes. Along with some more of our neighbours. We had an escort from the retired garrison, with Sir Hanish's kind permission.
Where are they buried?
Sammy's buried near the mines. He didn't like the mines. But his grave is on the hill, where I used to meet him for lunch. He loved it there. I know it's not consecrated ground. But what could I do?
God will understand. I buried Ma and Pa under the linden tree by our house. It's what they would have wanted.
Yes. Father and Stibor are buried in the churchyard in Rovna.
Once things settle, we'll be able to go back and pay our respects. And get the priest to bless their graves. I have no more questions. Thank you for telling me about everything, Teresa. I know it isn't easy to talk about.
It helped to talk to someone who knows what it's like. Thank you. I'm glad you came out of it in one piece.
Yeah, so am I. And I'm glad you did too.
By the way, Henry, I have something for you. The soldiers gave it to me when we brought you from Skalitz. I meant to give it to you earlier, but, you know, it belonged to one of the Skalitz garrison. They wanted me to have it for being... So what are we to do with you, Henry?
What are you up to? How would you like to, I don't know, come for a walk?
A walk? I'd like that very much. But I can't right now, Hal. Give me some time to settle in, will you?
If that's what you want.
It's not you, Hal. It's just this isn't a good time.
Good boy. That's my boy.
God be with you. What can I do for you?
What kind of governor is Sir Hanush?
He's strict, but just. Thank God for him. He don't get mixed up in nothing like that, Sir Radzig, so you don't see no one attacking us.
What's life like in Ratai?
We got sturdy walls and 2 castles to protect us. There's not many towns have that. And we got everything we need here. We got an apothecary, a swordsmith, an armourer. We got a beautiful church and fine ale houses.
How do the Ratai folk get on with the refugees?
Ha! Don't even talk to me about it. I wish that rabble was gone. I know they've met with misfortune, but here they do nothing but thieve and make problems.
Have you heard anything about the Cumans in Sigismund's army?
Terrible things, horrible. I hear they skin people alive, and what they do to the women folk. Better take your own life than fall into their hands. Beasts they are, animals. May the Lord watch over you.
Halt! Who are you and where are you going?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith. I'm going to see my liege, Sir Radzig Kabila of Dvoyitz.
Of course you are, lad, and I'm the Pope. What do you want from his lordship, and what makes you think he'll see you?
Come on, I'm not some peasant. I'm Sir Radzig's blacksmith, and I need to speak with him.
It is my job to stop you. Now bugger off!
I may not look the part, but I know about honour and duty. And mine is to tell Sir Radzig what happened to the sword he commissioned.
All right, then, go ahead. It'll be your skin if Sir Radzig isn't pleased.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Could that be the smith's son, Hal?
On my soul, it is him. What are you doing here, lad? We thought you were done for.
Bandits attacked me in Skalitz.
And why, for God's sake, did you go back there? Who else but cutthroats and bandits did you expect to find?
I needed to bury my parents.
Oh, I see. Your father fought like a lion. I'm sorry.
He saved my life.
And not just yours. He was a good man, and you did right to bury him.
I didn't even manage that. I failed to save him or put him to rest.
And just what could you have done at Skalitz? If you tried to fight, the both of you would be dead. He gave his life for yours, Hal. So you'd better make good use of it.
You're right. And just what are you doing here?
I must speak with Sir Radzig. Is he here?
He's in the palace with Sir Hanush of Ratai. They're feasting in the Knight's Hall. What do you want with him?
My father made him a sword. He asked me to deliver it to Sir Radzig.
I don't see any sword.
No. Bandits attacked me and stole it. I need to tell his lordship what happened. And then I'm going to find the sword.
Of course you are, Hal. Good luck.
Thanks.
Your Graces, I have to tell you in all seriousness that this land of ours is in the shit. Deep fucking shit. Don't you agree?
I might not have put it as eloquently as you, Hanush, but I've been driven out of my own castle, so I'm hardly going to disagree.
Indeed. But Birkstein is yours for as long as you need it. There's room enough for your men and you here at Rattay, and I'm sure my ward won't have any objection to me lending you his castle.
I'd be honoured. Birkstein is at your disposal as long as you wish, Your Grace.
Just as well you have another castle at the other end of town, eh? At any rate, I'm beholden to you, Sir Hans, and to you, Sir Hanush.
I don't like to speak ill of your people, Sir Radzig, but, well, there's no love lost between the townsfolk and the refugees. There's been talk of criminality.
No, they'll have to get used to it until the situation's resolved.
But when will it be resolved? And what on God's earth is this war even about? I won't lie, sir. I don't understand it.
You aren't alone, Father. I believe Sigismund's original intention was to persuade Wenceslas to accept the imperial crown and to leave the rule of Bohemia to him.
Who could blame him? I know Wenceslas is a friend of yours, Radzig, but even you have to admit he brought it upon himself.
I can't deny the king neglected affairs of state for other pursuits. There is a need for order in the land, but I don't think the lords who sided with Sigismund realized just what Hungarian order looks like.
Hungarian order?
What concerns me, sir, is how a good Christian could resort to such brutality.
To give him his due, I don't think he expected the lords of this country to stand behind the king. But thanks to him, we're tearing ourselves apart, and now he has to get things under control.
But why in God's name does he have to use those barbarians?
Money is the root of all evil, young sir. Wars are costly, and this one has dragged on for a year. Sigismund ran out of coin for knights, so he recruited those whore sons that settled in Hungary. The less he pays, the more they make up for it with plunder.
That's why he attacked us. He was after our silver.
What are you doing? You've no business here. Clear off.
Wait, it's Henry. Henry, who disappeared after I clearly ordered him to remain at Taunberg.
I'm sorry, sir, but I had to bury my parents.
Had to? Do you think you were the only man who lost someone there? But the others listened to their lord.
And it wasn't just your own life you nearly threw away. So Robard and his men risked theirs to save you.
I'm sorry, but I had to.
Oh, there you go. When you have to, Radzig.
Your father was a remarkable man, and your mother, she was remarkable too. They deserved a Christian burial. Did you manage that at least?
No. I was attacked by thieves. I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for that girl.
Girl?
The miller's daughter, Teresa.
The miller's daughter saved you from the footpads? Well, there's a tale to tell your children.
I owe her my life. She distracted them and then brought me to Rattay. But without Sir Robard, we'd both be dead.
Oh, that's what I call a good woman. Hang on to that one, lad.
Still, it's a great shame your parents are buried in unconsecrated ground. That means purgatory for them.
Be quiet, Friar. I didn't invite you here to eat me out of house and home and deliver a sermon while you were doing it.
If you're so concerned, Father, maybe you should save the innocent souls of these fine Christians yourself. Go to Skalitz and consecrate their graves. I assure you, if you're killed by bandits, your soul will soar straight to heaven, as long as someone buries you in consecrated ground first.
If there's anything left to bury, that plump carcass of yours would be quite a feast for the wolves and the crows. And one skeleton looks much like another, so how would we know which were your ordained bones or those of Sigismund's Tartars?
Be that as it may, why have you come here?
I must get your sword back.
Sword? My sword hangs here at my side.
No, the sword my father forged for you. One of those thieves stole it from me.
They almost killed him and he already wants to go back.
Takes after his father, I suppose. Lad, I've lost a castle, a village, silver mines, and a good half of my subjects. Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
I understand. I'd feel the same way. But prudence is the better part of valor, and a dead man keeps no promises.
Aye. The woman had to save his fat from the fire, and now he wants revenge. What kind of fool are you, boy?
He's no fool. Henry, you have courage, but you need training, arms, a horse. Or do you mean to beat this thief at dice?
No, sir. Please, take me into your service and give me the chance to learn these things.
The gall of him. Fled from the enemy, disobeyed your orders, duped Sir Divish, lost your sword, put Sir Robard in danger with his actions, and now he wants a promotion.
Sir Capon's right.
What you say is certainly true, except for fleeing the enemy. You would have run as well, believe me. Henry's earned some punishment, but how do you punish someone who's already lost everything, Courage and blind obedience are good qualities for a soldier, but a wise man also appreciates loyalty, perseverance, and determination. Besides, that was a fine sword that his father made. If he thinks he can get it back, I won't turn it down.
My lord, he's a peasant. You can't make a squire of a peasant.
Why not? Someone made a priest of a pig.
He isn't a peasant, father, he's a blacksmith, and recent events have left me in need of his skills. So, you'd like to enter my service?
Sir, Yes, I would. You won't regret it.
I probably will. I'm doing this for your father, lad. Don't disappoint me.
Oh, fortune has finally smiled on you today, lad. Make the most of it.
Now that I think about it, Sir Hanush, the boy needs training and experience, and you need spear carriers.
That's true. The bailiff is always complaining about your people making trouble in the camp. Maybe one of their own among the guard might help.
It might. In any event, it will prove valuable experience.
But let's be clear. You're the one paying him. Captain Bernard, see to his training, and then send him to the bailiff.
Yes, sir.
And don't spare him.
You can rely on it, sir.
Don't forget, Henry. Don't disappoint me.
I won't, my lord.
Come here, young fella.
I've lost everything.
My respects to you, sir.
What are you hanging around for? Don't you have any work to do?
No, I don't. Sigismund's marauders took everything I had and reduced me to beggary.
What's it about?
Since I lost everything, I've been doing whatever I could to survive. Only, I got caught with my hand in someone else's pocket. And since then, I can't even set foot on the square without the catchpoles pouncing on me.
So you're a pickpocket? All right, get to the point, but keep your hands where I can see them.
My honestly begged groschen were taken from me by that bastard of a guard, Pazdera. He claimed I stole them and took them for himself, the swine. Well, if you can get them from his pocket back into mine, where they rightfully belong, I'll give you a share and teach you a handy trick too. What do you say?
I'm not a thief. Find someone else.
A pox on you, your kin and all your descendants. Call yourself a Christian, turning your back on a neighbour in need. God be with you.
What do you want here?
I see you survived.
Aren't you observant?
You still owe me. Don't think I've forgotten.
I don't owe you. I owe your father, and he's dead. So get out of here.
Do you really want to make me angry? Do you really think that's wise?
No, I don't. Fine, I owe you. And what am I supposed to do about it? Do you think you'll get anything from me? Look at what I've got. But maybe I could. Maybe I could tell you where you can find some money. If you forgive my debt, that is.
All right, then. Start talking.
No. First, I want you to swear you won't be demanding anything else from me.
Very well, then. Talk.
When we were running from Skalitz, I heard something. I don't know who said it. It's a miracle I could even hear it in that chaos. Either way, somebody hid a lot of coin under a dovecote.
Under a dovecote? And that's it?
That's all I know. How many dovecotes could there be in Skalitz? If you've got the guts to go back there, you're bound to find it.
Fine. We'll see.
Target home. A torch will help.